What's up, guys? Today we're going to do a Q&A session. I also have a new update for you guys. I bought a new camera. I bought the Sony Set V1 yesterday, so I'm filming with it right now. Before this, I filmed with my phone, the OnePlus 8 Pro, but my camera isn't that great for YouTube, so I bought this new camera and I hope this is going to be a bit better, but as I can see, it's quite good. So yeah, I'm quite happy with the camera. It's working well. So today we are going to do a Q&A. Most of the questions I'm gonna answer are from my transformation video. That's my first video I ever made, so it's also the video that carries my channel. It has like 70,000 views at the moment, so I made the video for fun. I never thought that someone was going to watch it, let alone 70,000 people. It's quite surprising. But yeah, most of the questions I'm gonna answer are from that video. Some of them are from other videos, but yeah, I got most of the reactions of my channel are from my first video. I'm currently working on new videos because I got my new camera, so yeah, this is helping me a lot with YouTube. And I know that I've been uploading inconsistently, but I hope to improve it this year. So I will try to upload twice a month. But before I promise anything, let's see how it turns out. But yeah, let's start the Q&A. First question. Hey dude, I'm 16 years old, about to get back into the gym 5 days a week this year and so on. I'm around 140ish and look built on the top with broad shoulders, while short 5 foot 6 inch with most of my fat going to my lats and belly. Would you have any tips for me while on the grind? So there are a lot of people who start working out and they don't know really what they are doing or how they can improve the most optimal way. So my number one tip is that consistency is key. I worked out 5-6 times a week, and when I was the most consistent with training, sleeping, and eating, I gained the most. So I've gotten the best results. So next to consistency, you have to eat well. You have to track your diet. It's best to use an app like MyFitnessPal or something like that. So you know exactly how much calories your body is getting. Whether you're bulking or cutting, just track your food, and then you can get the most results. And next to that, you have to get a workout plan. For beginners, I recommend 3 to 4 times a week. For more advanced, maybe increase to 5 or maybe 6 times a week, but rest days is very important. And last but not least, sleep well. So when I sleep less than 7 hours a day, I feel really tired and my energy levels are so low. I don't want to work out, I don't want to get out of bed, I don't want to do anything really. But when I sleep like 8-9 hours a day, yeah, it's overall it's much better. My training improves, my dieting improves. I have a lot more hunger, so I can eat more. My energy levels are much better than when I sleep less. So that's kind of obvious, but so if you're staying really consistent with training, dieting, and sleeping, you're gonna get results. So your gains are not gonna happen overnight, but yeah, you will get there eventually. So I will probably also make a video this year for beginners who start to train this year. So I'm gonna answer some of these questions there in the video. Next question. Hello guy, can we be friends? Yes. So this next question is probably the question I got the most in my transformation video, which is how tall am I? So I'm not that tall, guys. I'm in centimeters. I'm 174 centimeters, and which is 5.8 or 5.9 feet. I don't know. I think it's around that. Um, but I was a really late grower, so with the ages of 13 to 17, I was very, very small. I was like 160, 165. But at 17, I started to grow. 17, 18 years old, I started to grow a lot. Um, well, not a lot because I'm still a bit small, but um, I started to grow taller. I gained like 8 to 10 centimeters in 1 year or 1 year and a half, something like that. So I was a really late grower. So for you guys that are still young, still under 18, or sometimes still under 20 years old, uh, you can still grow. That was my case. I was growing really late. I was always the smallest of my class, of my age. So I'm not tall, but I don't mind because when you gain muscle and you're not that tall, you're gonna look a bit heavier than people who are tall and who are the same weight as you or are a bit bigger. And yeah, at the end, it's just genetics. You're not gonna you're not gonna change that. So you just have to live with it and make peace with it. I don't mind really, so I make the best of it. So next question. Bro, I have the same situation. I'm 17 and I weigh 53 kgs. I just don't know how to gain weight. I'm so fed up. How should I gain weight? Um, how you should gain weight, which is called bulking. Um, so you have an amount of calories your body burns every day. It depends on how active you are throughout the day. Um, if you're doing many sports or doing a job with hard labor, your body is going to burn more calories than someone who has an office job or who doesn't do many activities. Um, so you take that amount of calories your body burns. You can calculate it online. It's called TDEE, total daily energy expenditure or something like that. I'll give a link here um, to calculate your TDEE. So when you have calculated your TDEE, um, the amount of calories you burn each day, then if you want to bulk, you have to add 250 to 500 calories to that number. So let's say my TDDE, my amount of calories that my body burns each day is around 3000 calories. To gain weight, I need to add 500, so I need to eat 3500 calories a day. And if I do that, I'll gain weight. If I stop gaining weight, uh, I'll just add another 250 calories to that number until I start gaining weight again. And in terms of weighing yourself, I'll suggest to weigh yourself daily, but at the end of the week, take your number of the 7 previous days, add them all up, and then divide them by 7, so you get the average of the week. And if you see that every week your average is going up, and I'm also going to make a video about it. Um, my next video is about some tips on how to bulk up, so stay tuned for that. Next question. I'm 17, but my height is not tall now. When I go to gym, I am afraid of my height. Does gym stop us from getting taller? Reply anyone, please. I think he's asking if your growth will stop if you're going to the gym. That's not true. Um, you will still keep growing if you go to the gym, no matter how young you are. But I will say this: if you're just beginning, just starting to work out, you have to be careful about lifting weights. the most important thing is that form is more important than the amount of weight you're lifting. So the first thing you need to do is get that form perfect, picture perfect. And after you get the form perfect, then you focus on the weight. I've already gotten my healthy amount of injuries in the past. I want to hear your opinion about creatine. Do you take it? At the moment, I take creatine. In my opinion, it helps me. I gained a little bit of weight with creatine. I also feel a bit more power when taking creatine. I mostly take creatine at the end of my programs, the last weeks of my program, when I have to hit these heavy PRs. But if you're someone short on cash, I'll recommend to buy some protein instead of creatine, because protein is more important. Creatine, there are a lot of studies done on it, so if you want to do it, just do it, and if you don't want to do it, just don't. Any idea what your arm size is in the last photos? So this is a reaction on my transformation video about my arm size. I've never measured my arms, but this is a great question. I think I will measure them before going for a cut. So if you want to know how big my arms, my legs and such are, drop a reaction in the comments below, and maybe I'll make some video about it or answer them in the next Q&A session. Next question. How did you drop out of the army? So, I never really dropped out of the army. I went there for 1 year. It was a 1 year preparation, and after that, you went to a special school in Brussels, where you studied for becoming an officer. So I went there for a year, and after that, you had to do some exams to get to the next level, so the school of 5 years in Brussels. I passed the exams, but there were only a couple of positions available. So only the top X amount of people could pass. And I didn't. So I passed all my exams, but I didn't have the best score. So I couldn't get to the school, which at that time sucked really hard. So after that I went to college. I finished my degree, my bachelor's degree in IT, and now I'm an IT consultant. So it all turned out great, but at that moment it really sucked. For a moment I thought your name is Jesus, lol. Don't tat up, it messes up the look. So in my transformation video I had some tattoos on my arm. Now I got a little bit more, so I have a sleeve now. I always wanted a sleeve, and I finally got it. It's not finished yet, but it's almost there. But I understand that there are people against it. But yeah, that's just a personal thing. I personally like it. You were not 15 in that first pic, lol. Again, a comment on my transformation video. My first pictures were pictures of when I was 15 years old. Around 14, 15 years old. And yeah, I understand that it's unbelievable that I am 15 at that moment, but I'm not kidding when I say that I looked very young for my age. I've had a baby face, I still have it, so maybe a beard will help it. So to answer that question, I was 15 at the moment. The final question, nice bro, where are you from? So I'm from Belgium. My previous YouTube name was the Belgian Blue Bull, but now I've changed it. But yeah, that's why the previous name was the Belgian Blue Bull, because I'm from Belgium. Okay guys, so that was my Q&A session, my first one. But yeah, let me know if you guys enjoyed it. If you have any more questions for me, then you can drop them in the comments below. And if you want to see more of these kind of videos, please subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.